where I first started the thinking around this, because as I said at the start, this came out, this mind map came out because of frustration. I was thinking, what on earth is going on? How come? Why is it that clients are complaining to me about, and it's not, wasn't about the bookkeeping, it was about how it made everything else, how it made them feel. So I then sat down and said, what is it that, because you know how each one of you, your clients say, oh, Di, I love you. Karen, you're awesome. I couldn't do without you. Tracy, everyone, da, da, da. They love what you do. And then I really, as with what Mind Map does, it's a brainstorming thing. So I started to write down, what is it that clients love about what I do? So they love the fact that I'm accurate. Great. Okay. Then I am reliable. And then I started to pick out what were the main things. You may have different things. So this just gives you a starting point of the ideas of how I came about. What does 5-star service mean to me? And at the end of the day, the ultimate result, like I'll know if we've delivered 5-star service if I get fabulous reviews, testimonials from my clients, and I don't get any phone calls to say what the hell happened here. So that's a litmus test. So how do I get to that point? How do I clone myself? So when you're thinking about you, and because you're all different, we're all individuals, we all do, we're who we are. What is it that your clients love about you? And where are you going to draw a line in the sand to when you do have staff to say, these are actually non-negotiables. So this is, we want to go above and beyond all of this, but this is the line in the sand that we are at least delivering this, and we actually want to make it 10-star, but we're starting off at this point, and reporting obviously was an important thing. And this is moving into the advisory role, that we've gone past compliance, we've gone past data entry, but I also relied on some of my team to provide the advisory. They were BAS agents, they'd been trained up, and so they were providing high level advisory kind of work as well for their clients. But I made sure that every bookkeeper, whether they were directly providing that advisory work or whether they were supporting a senior bookkeeper to do that they knew that this is what we do. We educate our clients around their finances. We are in the business of empowering business owners around their finances. We're not in the business of doing data entry and compliance. It's about everything else that you can do after that is done, and educating the clients around their finance, giving them advice. And you can give advice. You can give them advice about the profit and loss. You can give them advice about the balance sheet. You can give them advice about cash flow management and budgeting. You can actually give advice. Don't be afraid to give advice. And you know a lot more than you probably give yourself credit for, and a lot more than maybe what you're currently, the kind of service that you're currently providing your clients. And being proactive as well is really important.
Yeah, I know I had conversations with my staff around this to make sure that when they were doing the figures and looking at the reports and doing the review process, that highlight either to myself if there are issues in the reporting, or if there are, noticeable things that need more service. So whether they're, whether the results of the reporting are in a way that, they're not making as much money or the margins are reducing, look out for those things. Look out for things that are becoming either messy or complicated. Educate your staff to be looking out for these things as well. So, if they've put on a new staff member, or if they've, opened up a new branch or a new, a new business, or, something that requires more attention, to allow your business or you as the owner to go out to that client and give them more advisory. So because as a business owner, you might not be on the day-to-day as a bookkeeping business owner, so me having staff, you know, I'm not in the day-to-day of the client, but our bookkeepers, our staff are in the day-to-day of the client. So they're noticing things that need more advisory. So, you know, cash flows, budgets might be of assistance to those clients now. So yeah, educating the staff to also educate the client. So it is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You do need to think about what the staff can provide and what the clients could possibly need. And then, you know, having training sessions with the staff to say, you know, to start training them in what they are looking at. I'd constantly have training sessions in, because they weren't accountants, but they were good bookkeepers, but they didn't know how to read a balance sheet because they're not taught to read a balance sheet, you know, strategically. So we had training sessions around what a profit and loss should look like and what a balance sheet should look like. So they're starting to look out for those things as well.